Hello everyone. It's James again. And for those of you that are new to this channel, I do thank you for giving this little cartoon man with a funny voice a bit of your time. And for those of you that are long-time subscribers, I thank you from the bottom of my little cartoon heart. And please, check to make sure you are subscribed. Because every time I upload a video, this system or platform automatically takes away several subscribers. As soon as I hit the upload button, right away a few subscribers get removed. And we know what that is. Or at least we can suspect. So please go back and subscribe and share this information with all that need it. Because as I've mentioned before, this channel was growing with at least 50 new subscribers a day. All the way up to 200 new subscribers a day. Every single day. Then several years ago, it seemed like all in one day, someone hit a button. And here we are. So please subscribe and share. We need this information regarding narcissistic abuse and how narcissists think and operate to get out there to those that need it. With that said, today we are going to talk about, once again, Susan Smith, as she is doing what a typical narcissist will and would do. Now if you don't know who Susan Smith is, she is a woman around 3 decades ago that pushed her car into a lake with her 2 children strapped into the seats, and then led the country on a wild goose chase, telling the media and all that would listen that she was carjacked, specifically by a black man. She had a description and everything. But the truth was, she deleted her own children. And thank God for those that saw through her narcissistic BS. As apparently she would change her attitude before she would get on camera. It seemed she enjoyed the entire process. Except when people would question her. But her husband, he appeared to be in shock. As his children were gone. And he didn't know what was going on. Well, eventually Susan Smith was found guilty. And it was exposed that she was having an affair on her husband. And the man she was hooking up with was quite wealthy. And later on he told her he didn't want to have any children. And just like a narcissist seeing other people as the fault for not getting what they want, Susan Smith saw her children as the cause and the problem why her affair with this rich man broke up. So she just in her mind eliminated the problem. You see, narcissists and those like them don't see people as people. They see them as tools to be used and then disposed of once they are no longer useful. And that's what she did with her children. And when you look at her, she looks like the typical house mother. She's not dressed in diamonds and like a rich person. So it was again easy for her, likely most of her life, to get away with framing people for evil things she did. And just like I've said over and over again, what I believe turns the narcissist into becoming psychopathic is they have so many successes. They start to believe their own delusion that they can get away with anything. And then before you know it, their impulse control starts to drop. And they are now deleting people they see as being a problem or in their way of getting what they want. And just like we've talked about, narcissists don't change. They just don't. I have yet to see a narcissist in my life. And I've dealt with many. Just like most of you. But I've yet to see one transform into a normal, healthy, loving person. But here's the thing. What the narcissist will do is they will have the gall to double back to their victim. A victim they traumatized horribly bad. Usually or mainly for one reason. And that is they believe this person can be used as a tool again. To get them to an end goal the narcissist is looking for. Look. There are times you will never hear from the narcissist ever again. And usually that is because in their minds, either you have nothing they want, or they believe you can blow their cover. And they love being able to tell stories about how you were the bad one without anyone being able to see that you are really a decent person. Now sometimes a narcissist will come back to an ex simply because they are low on supply. And they might want to get some sort of revenge on you. Maybe you figured them out and left them. They might pretend to be changed. All with the hopes to rope you into another relationship. All to cause your life some sort of harm. Never ever ever take a narcissist back. Every situation where I've heard of this happening had this so-called relationship ending up in a very dangerous position for the victim. Now in this case, Susan Smith needs help. Because you see, she's been in jail, hooking up with male guards and using illegal substances, along with having dozens of pen pal boyfriends. These people have to manipulate. It's in this woman to the core. She has to. But there is one problem in her mind. She's not on the streets. She wants to hit the streets one more time. I bet she believes if she hits the streets, she will start a Susan Smith podcast or an OnlyFans. And she will become a multi-millionaire overnight. And guess what? She's right. If she was on the streets again, she could very easily do such a thing. Plus she just wants to be back in the game full time. You see, these demons just love fooling people. Manipulation is their hustle and they live for it. And who is standing in her way? Her ex-husband. And yes, she wrote her ex-husband. The man that was the father of the children she deleted. And she tried to pull upon his heartstrings and begged him to not block her from getting paroled this November. And thankfully her ex-husband sees her for the demon that she is. And said, he wants to make sure she spends the rest of her life in prison. Now, let's say he got pulled in by her sob story and he helped her get out. She would throw him under the bus and be on OnlyFans or podcasts faster than my cartoon eyes are able to blink. Now why are these real-life stories so important for you to know about? Because you are seeing the real-life ending of what being with demons like this is like. This woman deleted her and her now ex-husband's children. And then has the gall to reach out to him hoping he will somehow help her out. You just can't make this stuff up. But that's the mind of the narcissist. That's how the narcissist thinks. That's how the narcissist operates. Everything is me 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 me. And they don't care about the damage they caused. Because hey, you are just supposed to forget about it and help them. One thing narcissists love to say is, can we just start over? Or that was yesterday. Why are you bringing that up? There is never any accountability of them trying to change. Because they don't think they have to change. However, you are supposed to just serve them. Through the good and the bad. Just do what you are told to do. Susan Smith has been in prison for 30 years and her manipulation hasn't stopped. This is why you have to take things slow when you meet people for the first time. They could look as normal can be. But they could be hooking up with a half a dozen people. And manipulating and using everyone that is surrounding them. Who would think that this normal-looking mother-looking type would be running around having affairs with rich men? I've told a story before of how I worked with a man whose wife was almost 400 pounds. She was completely unkept. But she had the behavior of a narcissist. She worked this poor guy hard. He would come to work every morning looking so drained and tired from dealing with his now ex. But later on it came out she was cheating on him with not just one man, but with several. This is why I tell both men and women out there, if you think the person you are with is a narcissist or somewhere in that family of behaviors, even if you think they were in no way cheating, please know, more than likely they are. Narcissists live for the thrill of manipulating others. And this woman wants to hit the streets one more time. To have another run. She's still getting her manipulation fix in prison. But nowhere even close to being the same if she were a free woman. On podcasts and likely on OnlyFans and talking to this guy and that guy. If this woman gets free, She will be rich within a month. Living the dream life of a narcissist. These demons come back. They come back if you have something to take or something they can manipulate you out of. Do not let them back into your life. I'm glad her ex is standing firm and is basically saying he will do whatever he can to make sure she spends the rest of her life in prison. Right where she belongs. And for you, if your narcissist starts snooping around your life, testing the waters, go gray rock. And do not deal with them. Nor help them. Don't text them. Don't talk to them on the phone. And please do not sit with them in the same room. Because they are not only trying to use you as a tool, but they could be plotting your downfall. Because that's what narcissists do. Well, I think this is a great place to stop. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.